All right, Sel, do we have your permission to use this on internet, television, radio?
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful. Hey, we're here at the Atheist Rally. Excuse me. We're here at the Reason Rally with Sel. Sel, why are you here at the Reason Rally today?
Just to come hang out. I kind of got kidnapped for the event, so I thought I'd come join in the fun.
So you didn't have a choice, but you're enjoying the event.
Yeah, of course.
Wonderful. Now, Sel, it's my position as a Christian that without God, you can't know anything. I'd like to find out how much you know. Is that okay?
Define know.
As in absolute knowledge.
Can't have absolute knowledge of anything. You have to start with the axioms that are assumptions to begin with. Your assumption is God.
Are you absolutely sure of that?
It's probably the only thing that you can know with any degree of certainty.
So we know that, or we don't know that?
It's the only thing that can be known is that things can't be known with any degree. The only thing that can be known for certain is that you have to start with axioms before you can start making any reasonable deductions about anything.
Which gets back to what I said at the beginning. Without God, you can't know anything. And so you're telling me that the only thing we can know is that we can't know?
But that's an axiom that you're starting with. That's a beginning assumption.
Next question.
You can have another axiom that talks about the only thing that you can know is things that you have to start with axioms. It's the beginning assumptions that you use with anything is going to be the foundation for the rest of your paradigm building situation.
What is the foundation of your paradigm?
First, I have to start with experience.
Do you know that?
It's the only thing I have to start with.
Do you know that, though?
It's the only thing I have.
Do you know that reality is real?
No.
So you don't know anything. Okay. Next question. Do you remember the third one there?
It's a reasonable assumption that can be made, beginning with axioms based off of experience in terms of, there's these things around me, I know what they are. In terms of relatively know, I have a degree of certainty of what they are based off of experience. I touch the tree, I know it's a tree. It's a thing that's there. I can tell it with, I can identify it with sense data. Beyond that, can I absolutely say it's real? That's a bit of philosophical meandering that doesn't necessarily amount to anything.
Okay. How do we trust our senses? How do we know that our senses are reliable?
The only way that we could even begin to have any degree of certainty that our senses are reliable is by having it checked against other people.
By other people's senses?
If I identify a tree, somebody else identifies a tree, a third person identifies a tree, then you can reasonably assume that it's a tree.
So it really comes down to a circular argument that my senses or other people's senses can validate my senses?
It's no different than any other argument.
Okay. And I don't know if I asked you this. If I could prove God to your satisfaction, would you worship Him?
Are you talking about the Christian God according to the Bible?
Yes.
The problem with that is that the only interpretation that is internally consistent of the Bible is the one made by John Calvin, which means that God is a giant jerk.
So you would or wouldn't worship Him?
No.
Okay. Cool. That's what I wanted. Thank you, Sel. I appreciate it.
Join Eric Hoban and Paul Tater from CreationToday.org, along with Carl Kirby of Reason for Hope Ministries, Mark Spence of The Way of the Master, and Cy ten Bruggencate of ProofThatGodExists.org for the Proof of God Conference in Orlando, Florida. For more information, visit ProofConference.com. That's ProofConference.com. Or call toll-free 1-877-479-3466.